All right, all right, all right. I think I'm live. Hey, Zen friends. Happy weekend to you. It is Saturday, right? It is, at least where I'm at. So happy Saturday. I hope you're having a great weekend, and I'm excited to see what messages come through this evening. Before we get into all that, though, let us come back to this moment. Let's get out of the chaos of the outside world, out of the future, out of the past, come to the now where we can hear the messages of spirit. We'll do that by taking a big deep breath in, hold it for as long as feels comfortable, and slow exhale out. And that allows us to just focus on our breath and focusing on coming here right now, right here. All right. So if you want to join me, and then we'll bring in the singing bowl, of course, after that. So let's start off. Big deep breath in. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. And then, of course, we will bring in the singing bowl, and I'll hit it 3 times, and as we do that, just imagine that beautiful love energy that exists right within us just expands, kind of vibrates out, I don't know, just kinda emanates or like one of those electronic pulses that just pulses and sends this beautiful love energy out to the world, filling us up first and then flowing out there. And of course, something we can do to help raise our own vibration is to focus on gratitude. Just one tiny little thing we're grateful for right here, right now is a life changer. So if we just think of that as we're hitting the singing bowl too, just what's that one thing that I'm sincerely grateful for? And then feel that change of energy. It rises, it magnetizes us to receive messages from spirit and more of whatever we're grateful for. So I love that. Now, mind your ears. I'm not sure how loud it'll be. I try to start off a little more from distance from the microphone and move it in just in case, but it's different every time. So here we go. Ready? Remember gratitude. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Let us put her back here. Let her watch over us. So, welcome everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Can't believe it's already here. What is this? The 7th, a weekend of February already? Zoom, zoom, zoom. Uh, February is my favorite month because it's my birthday month, but it's a short one and it flies by fast anyway. But we're going to enjoy every moment we can. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. I'm your brother Z. We're here to spill the tea, as we say. And if you want to know how the whole process works, it's all down in the description box of the video. We've got a great group of Zen friends with huge hearts, great senses of humor, which are two things we can definitely use in this wonderful human adventure. So, welcome. There's always room for more Zen friends. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Basically, how the process works, free readings are first come, first serve. And we do, let me just skip here. Um, it's first come, first serve. So just put your question out there. If you don't want to put your detailed question out there, if you ask for a general reading, Spirit knows what you want. We'll pull cards for that. Or if you don't know what you want to ask Spirit, you can ask for a general reading and we'll see what they have to say for you. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I prioritize them, step out of the readings. We dive deeper into those, meaning we pull more tea, we pull more cards for those. You also get a fortune cookie, an oracle card of some sort that kind of rounds out the reading. If you want to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom or in the description area of the video does have my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. And I don't have any set dollar amount. So whatever you want to give from your heart, I know you're giving what you can. And I appreciate it. And I do honor that. If 2.5 hours in, I have not completed any free readings, I will step away from donations to complete at least 30 minutes of free readings. I go back to finish out all donations. And a lot of times I'll go back and finish out all the free readings too, depending on energy and time and all that. But lately I've been getting to them all. What else? What else? Oh, after the each of the sessions, I do post a pinned comment listing all the readings completed with timestamps. So you can just look for your name, find the timestamp, click on it, takes you right to your reading as well. So handy dandy, as I say. If you are interested in getting into a giveaway, a drawing where I'm giving away a 30-minute personal recorded reading or one of my energetic hedges, every new moon and full moon, I give one away. I know. I love to give stuff away. So the uh, uh, next moon we have is the new moon. That's coming up here on February 17th, which is that that can't be a Sunday. It's probably a Monday or a Tuesday. Anyway, whatever day it is, it's the 17th. I'll pick a winner and post a video announcing who the winner is. And if you haven't checked out the Leo full moon, how to make the most of the Leo full moon energy from last Sunday, I do put these out a few days before each of the full moons and new moons. That's my intention for this year, to find out how you can make the most of the release energy of the full moon and the new wish and intention energy of the new moon. I think I said that right. Full moons are release, new moon is wishes and intentions. So be sure to check that out. I do have a new hedge out. I sent out a little video introduction of the Hedge of Health. It's on sale for 35 instead of $50 until February 12th, and then I'll be switching it back. But for the first few weeks of the new hedges, as I put them out, I'm going to offer a discounted price. But you can also, if you win one of the new moon or full moon drawings, you can choose any of the hedges. Um, so blah blah. There you go. And then lastly, we've got another episode of my podcast, The Easier Path, is out, and it's called Living Consciously. If you want to catch up on the entire playlist, it's down in the description box or description area of the video. And then also if you go to my main page at the top, it has all the, you know, playlists. Yeah, that's what they're called. How's everyone doing with this Scorpio moon energy that we went into today? We'll be in it today and tomorrow. I felt very internal today. Um, so if you feel my energy a little different today, I'm just, very internally focused. And it's good to get into the tea because Scorpio energy loves to get into the secrets. So, but we can also be a bit suspicious. So we gotta watch. We gotta watch our energy. But it does. This water moon, and I have a water moon, and I have a ton of water in my chart. So it did does draw us into our emotional state as well. You hate around people. I get you, Jojo. Hey, Jojo, good to see you. Let's do some shout outs. I think that's everything I wanted to say in the beginning here, and we'll get the list going and get into some readings here. So, Jojo, good to see you. You wrote a poem. I love it. But yeah, it was interesting. A lot of animals were saying hi to me today. Like I try to go for a walk every day, and like dogs were running from their yards to come say hello to me, tails wagging and everything. And I'm like, oh, humans, you guys stay over there. Oh, voodoo, voodoo, let me play with the puppies and the doggies. Uh, so I love it. So you'll be up first, Jojo. Don't know if I see a question yet. So you can put out your question. You'll be the first donation. Once we do that, we got CJ in the house. Hey, CJ. Thank you for your donation. You will actually be number 3 once we get to those. And then we have here, let me make sure I didn't skip anybody. And Deb's in the house. Hey, Deb. Highly recommend the Hedge. It's wonderful, powerful stuff. So thanks for mentioning that, Deb. We will. You'll be number 2. So Jojo will be first, and then Deb, and then CJ is where we'll be. And then let's see, we got Cat Mia. Hey, Cat Mia. Good to see you. We'll get you on the free list here. And make sure here to scroll up, scroll up. We got Fairy Tale Nihal. Hello, hello. Cheers to you. Get you on the free list here. Boom, boom. We got Hidden Little Gem. Hello, welcome, welcome. Got you on the free list here as well. And then Ken, if you're here, I see you retracted your message. I don't see another one. So just in case, because sometimes YouTube will keep secrets, especially on a Scorpio moon. So if you reposted it, I don't see it. So just so you know. All right. And then we do have, make sure we got Brenda Globey here. Hello, hello. User PC. We got you on the list there. Good to see you. Ashish. These guys were way earlier today. You're probably sleeping, but if you're here, hello. As well as Swaroop and Musical Beer. I got you guys on here. So I think, are all set with those here. Let me just make sure my email is updated here. Whoops, don't do that. Boop, boop. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think we are good to go. I'm going to I've actually got 3 tarot decks. I got the Soha Mystic one. It's a beautiful one. Very bright. I've got this huge Syrian starseed. So this is the regular size deck. I got I can't even shuffle these with my big ol' hands, but we get inventive with them. So I might grab those when kind of nudged to. And then we got the Tarot of Pagan Cats. Here's your cat, Jojo, your black cat. As soon as I saw it, I thought of you. But we've got those in case they wanted to pull from those 2. But we use the Sohat Tarot as the main one there. All right. So I think we're about set. So cheers, everybody. This cup is very full. I gotta be careful. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, it got up to like 60 degrees Fahrenheit, so it was nice and bright and shiny and warm. You can kind of tell I'm a little red. Got some good sun. Cats and Syrians. I love it. All right. So let us dive in. So Jojo, you are up at 15:25 is your timestamp. Maybe. There we go. Boom, boom. All right. So let's get up here and give yours a love and a like there. And retract, retract. Da da da. Wait. Oh, it's going to be 0 there tomorrow morning, Deb. Oh, how nice. Sorry. All right. So, did that poem get some energy out of you? Felt great and magical. All right. Yeah, let's take a look here. See what impact writing the poem itself, what it gave you. Yeah, definitely feel like it did here with the first card I see is the 6 of Swords, which is movement of the mind across to the emotional waters. So it did move things, it did release things there. That's the first one I saw. And underneath it, the Devil card. So a lot of this, um, it's a grounding energy, but a releasing of mental energy too. Got some things out of your head, but it's interesting because I like how they said that the boat of mind skipping across and rowing across the emotional seas. So definitely feels it here. And then also the on the bottom of the deck, the energy of your entire read is the 6 of Wands, which is a victory and a movement of energy as well. It's interesting that you have the 6 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, the Devil card, which is 15. When you add the 5 and 1 together, you've got 6. So you got all these sixes, which are flow energies, 3 on each side, and this beautiful, energetic release, a mental release across the emotional waters, kind of a freeing of a cage. Yeah. And then you've got the 9 of Pentacles. So that is a wonderful, spending time alone with spirit. There's your bird energy. Of course, that's, you know, didn't even dawn on me when you talk about, and even Deb, you guys have this connection with birds and always coming to you, right? And the 9 of Pentacles is such a beautiful card that represents that because it's always some sort of bird with us in the garden alone, but not alone from people, but with spirit. And that bird energy, that spirit energy that comes through in that, I really like that. So very interesting. And then you also have next to it the Full card. Yep. So that is this energy, ending of an old cycle, the beginning of a new adventure. So I do feel like this poem did release some of the, again, all this mindsets, because the Full card, it's Aquarius Uranus energy, which is seeing things from a different perspective, letting the old ways go and bringing in the new ones. Even the 6 of Swords is that, letting go of old thinking, seeing things from a different perspective, a lot of clarity that's coming in. So this time alone with spirit writing this poem really, really is significant for you here with the Full card. Yeah. And then underneath that, of course, Leo, sun energy, the inner child expressing itself. Let's see if I can get in closer here so you can see the rider is normally a child, but now the child has grown up and they're on this ride. And here's the 9 in the 19. You got these sixes and these nines energy that are coming in here. And I like that. Um, Even when you turn the 6 on its side and the 9 on its side, I know it it means something different than spiritual stuff, but also it's the sign of Cancer moon energy and the emotional energy that comes in with that too. So I like this. I feel like it was a good release that came from this. I'll give you a Syrian. We'll give you a Syrian and a cat card too. Right. Yeah. So your Syrian starseed, of course, is the chariot, Cancer, moon energy, just confirming what I just said. So we definitely have that moving. Do they have it on here? No, they don't put it on here, but that is the power of choice and the movement energy. Um, a lot of fire movement, again, flow movement energy. And then let's take a look here at the pagan cats here. See what you get here. I know you can't make it up, right? And we'll give you a little pagan cat card too. Um, yeah. So you got the 9 of cups. So another 9. This is the emotional dream come true energy that comes in. Beautiful emotional energy along with all that. So just another 9, just showing how everything is just meshed together here. So I love those. Pardon me. Yes, all the wonderful buds are starting to come out. It's going to be spring here before we know it. So hang in there, Deb Deb. 0 degrees won't be there forever. The change of seasons. So let's see here. We'll do the inner wisdom compass for your fortune cookie. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, got a little inner child with some doubt. Second guessing yourself only leads to more indecision. Trust yourself to do what is best for you. I like that. And then everyone will also get here um, a mystic manifesting oracle card is the one we're moving into. Even free readings, we'll get those tonight. Yeah, very much winter. They're still there too, right? Yeah, and look at all the books. Writing, writing, writing. You got Shining Wisdom. Let's see if it'll focus in. Maybe, 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 maybe. No, it's not going to do it. But it says, seek teachings that support you as you manifest your goals. An affirmation is, I learn what I need to know. So I like that. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, your team is playing. Yeah. I didn't know you liked the Seattle Seahawks, but a bunch. Just kidding. I know. The Patriots, right? In the Super Bowl. Uh, I like that. Yeah, I like that. 3 oracles. Well, so donations get the special oracle, which is the inner wisdom compass, and then everyone, including free readings, get one of these mystic manifesting oracle. And then I've got the Syrian tarot and the cat tarot, as well as this other tarot. So I just got a little smorgasbord that's going on in here, right? So, you know, there's a lot there. So that's what they have for you, my dear. It feels like it was a good movement, a lot of good clarity. I love that picture though of the boat of the mind, making its way from a stormy place emotionally into calmer places emotionally because of the mind change. So I like it. Right. Well, some people are just mad because the Patriots beat the pants off of the Broncos at some point, right? I never even when I'm a Bronco fan, but I used to be a Bronco fanatic. I used to have Bronco all sorts of Bronco stuff, but I kind of moved away from sports but it was always cheer for who you love, don't hate other people. It was always my thing as a fan. I'm like, cheer on your team, but don't diss other teams. Cheer on your team. Don't be that. So, anyway. All right, so let's do some more shout outs. I have some more people come in, some more donations. Let me get everyone on the list. We'll continue on here. And okay, Ken, I see your question. We'll get you added on to the free list here. We got Livier in the house. Hey, Livier, boom, boom, boom. Good to see you. Blessed Saturday. Oh yeah, I hate. Oh yeah, Jody. Oh, sorry, your sister. Yeah, she definitely huge. She would uh make me look like I'm no fan at all in comparison, I know. She definitely, I know she used to always wear Bronco stuff, so yeah, I I remember. Yeah, don't mess with her. Alright. Yeah, everybody knows her name, it's alright. They don't know her last name, but she wouldn't care anyway, she'd be like, "That's right! Don't mess with the Broncos." Alright, let's see here. Oh my god, here we got that one there. Okay, we got those. Superb owl. That's funny. JoJo's funny. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, you got all your goodies. Okay, so we got all those. We're good there. We're good there. All right, and then we've got Stormborn. Hello, hello. We'll get you on the donation list here. Good to see you. And we've got Leslie. Hey, hey, hey. See your donation. Get you on the list here. And so, Leslie, hello. I don't think I see a question from you yet. So if um YouTube hit it from me, just be aware I don't see a question from you yet posted here, Leslie. So I got you on the list. So as soon as you um and I'll let everyone know here when I start back on readings here. And then Livier, I do see your question. Get you on the free list here. Boom, 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 boom. All right. I think we're good. And we'll get back into the reading. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up too. I'm so grateful. It's a way you can show me some love, to show the channel some love, and it puts my channel in front of other people and gets them more messages from spirit. So you're part of the love tsunami. And it seems like a small thing, but it really helps the algorithms. So thank you guys so much for that. All right, I see it, Leslie. What's next? Boom, boom, boom. All right. So who's next? We've got Deb up next, and then CJ, and then Leslie, and then Stormborn will be up after that. And I think that's yeah, because I don't have any in the emails. So let's take another sip and we'll dive in. So cheers, everybody. Happy Saturday and happy Scorpio moon energy to you all. All right. So Deb, you're at 2828. Look at that. It's like your age. Right? That's right. We're eternally 28. All right, we'll give your donation a love and a like here. I like it. So, what is hidden that you could release before this coming new moon? Vital sheddings before all this new alignments, right? Yeah, I hear you there. A lot of fun stuff. Yeah. Your moon, Leslie. Oh, yeah. So you're like, woo woo. So you're just like, this is nothing. I can handle this. I'm used to swimming in those emotional waters, right? All right, let's take a look here. Right? I get you, Deb. All right, let's see. What is hidden that can be revealed and let go here? Okay, and then do what? These here too. Little combos here. All right, we'll see what this is about. So you got 3 cards and 2 cards and 3 cards and 3 cards. 32, 33. The bottom of the deck, you do have the Ace of Pentacles. What a beautiful card this is. And this is an energy of it's like the thing that is hidden is it has to do with seeing your worth in a brand new way. It's like finding a new part of your identity, another personality. I know Aquarians were known as the multiple personalities of the zodiac, right? But this is like we're removing more things that allow us to see things more clearly and see ourselves more clearly. It's not about becoming someone more, it's about removing things that blind us for seeing clearly who we are, things that we had from growing up, right? As humans, we learn it's like mud gets thrown on our goggles and we learn to clear it off eventually. Once it's crystal clear, we're like, wow, look who we are. Like we can see more clearly, but all the mud that gets, you know, thrown on us and we don't know who we are until we start peeling it away. So I like this energy that there's a side of you that's going to be revealed and there's something that's released. And we'll see what if they'll tell us more about what it is here. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, so it is about authority here in making like decisions, kind of the royalty of who you are. Because the Three of Wands is with new information, choosing to, I can change directions if I want. You got the King of Swords, which is your Aquarian energy, and the Emperor. So, you got this powerful decision making energy that's here. And that's what I feel. It's like realizing that a part of your identity, it's like discovering you're a long lost prince or princess, right? That we were, um, something happened in the kingdom and we got separated from royalty or we ran away when we were a young child, right? And then we didn't know that we were royalty. We just knew that, "Oh, I don't like it in the castle. I'm running away on an adventure." And then we find out later that, wow, we are powerful. We've got authority. We've got riches. We've got resources. And I feel like that's kind of what you're discovering is this, wow, you're nervous now. Your Highness. That's all right. You'll ease into it. It's not gonna be a sudden knock on the door like what was it? Princess Bride? No, that was a different one, Princess Bride. The Princess Diaries, right? Where they're like, "You're the princess of Lithuania," or something, right? You're like, "No, that's not how it's gonna go. It's gonna be a revelation that happens within you," right? Running away, that was you. Let's see what else they're gonna tell you here. You got the 5 of Cups to the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, going from feeling like I'm unworthy to look at it's even royal like, "Here, I'm giving to the poor. I'm giving to the ones who have less than." Not in a egotistical way, but because now you discover your power, one of the things you discover is that you have more you can give, because now, you've got this, and now that you it's like all those movies where, you know, um, they were, um, like starving and living among people on the streets and, in poverty, and then suddenly they're, in this in the castle with all the stuff, and they're giving all the stuff to all the people, and become because they've been in the feeling like they've been in poverty, they know what it feels like, and they wanna help everyone, and they can. I like that kind of energy that's coming in here. Yeah, I like it. So, you have the Hanged Man, you got 3 cards together, you get the Hangman, which is transformation, seeing things from a higher perspective, from the throne, right? And then you have 12 and the mirror of it, 21, which is the world card, an ending of a cycle, beginning of a new adventure. So, still a big transformational energy. And you have the King of Swords over here, you have the Queen of Swords as well. So, the feminine energy of your suit. God, I wish it would. I think it'll focus in here if I give it a sec. Maybe it's focusing on something else. Maybe it's trying to focus on us. Anyway, it's a beautiful card. Yes, they are gorgeous, aren't they? So, definitely another royal kind of energy. It's a balance between head and heart, but it is this new cycle. It is this some things that drop into your heart. And you know the difference, right? We know when we know something like, "Oh, yeah, I'm royalty." We're all part of, we're all the king's kids, as they used to say it. We're all the, creator's children, so we all are royalty. But when it sinks into the heart and it, I feel like that's the big change that's coming here. It's, um, this bringing it together, kind of energy. And then what else do you have here? Yeah. So you've got the 2 of Cups. So I feel like this is the relationship to your higher self. And this makes sense because you're connecting higher. Yeah, you got the Justice card. So again, the seeing things from a higher perspective and the balancing out of the scales, cutting away some of the small T truths and seeing things from that bigger perspective. Yeah, and then the 9 of Cups, the emotional dream come true energy. So beautiful, beautiful. Feeling emotionally full, and that makes sense that it's because you drop it, all that drops into the heart area where this, you know I know we being air signs, we can really get into the investigation of the mind. But there's something special when it happens and it drops into our heart, and it's just like, wow, it just opens it up in a whole new way, right? So I like that. So I feel like this is an identity that's stepping in here for you, and you're really seeing a more truer picture of who you are. That's your hand in the heavens, your higher self showing you the pricelessness of that Ace of Pentacles that you are. So I love that. Let's see what your fortune cookies say here too. Let me just put these cards back in, but wow, what a powerful energy. Big, big awareness. Big, huge. So let's see here. Your inner wisdom compass. All right, it's that one there. Yeah, I like it. Because look at beautiful full moon. And it says pride. Never be too proud to ask for help. Everyone needs a little help every now and again, even you. But I like that, like, you're looking upward for help here, right? Yeah, after the nerves. But I love this. It's, asking your higher self for help and realizing I it's kinda like that I deserve, um I'm worthy of help. That sounds more humble than "I deserve it," it's I'm worthy of receiving help and assistance from up above, from source, from the kingdom. And then the fortune cookie that everyone gets. Yeah, the treasure within. And it says, connect to your authentic self and let your genuine heart lead you. And the affirmation is, I stay true to my values, my high values. So I love that. It's beautiful. Boom, boom, boom. So beautiful. So cheers to you, Deb Deb. I love that. What a revelation. It's like you you have, like, this hat that's, like, covered in mud, and when you rinse off all the mud, you realize it's a tiara, and you're like, "Ah, I am a princess." Alright, so that's what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. Appreciate that. Alright, so CJ, you are up next. Here is your timestamp. Boom, 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 boom. There we go, and let's give that a love and a like here. I did, yeah. All right, and then CJ, on a general for next week, please. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit have for you next week. We've got those and these and these. I feel like they're no. Oh, it's this one. Okay. All right, and then this in the middle. Yeah, you got this little mirroring. You got 1331. So 1331 here, but in the middle, which makes sense, you've got the Justice card, the Libra balancing scales energy. And that's a big message that just comes in here with all this, that there is this balancing that's happening here. Um, and we'll see what it is about here. What's on one side, what's on the other side. So let's see what's coming in. So on this side, you do have the Five of Wands, which is a bit of drama that's going around. And I don't feel like you are being like directly impacted so much by this drama. You're just kind of getting some of the heat. It's like you're in the middle of a firestorm and everyone's storming out there, but you're in the eye, but it's still hot because it's fire. Um, but you're not getting burned by it's just making it uncomfortable. But it feels like there's drama going on around you. Let's see what these other three cards are here. Yeah, the Five of Wands. Wow. Then you have the Five of Swords, which is a lot of conflict energy that's going on around there. But I like it. Um, that it's like the Ten of Swords is letting go of the expectations that you have to solve all of their drama. And the Knight of Pentacles is be on this kind of quest for your self-worth, not defining yourself by what other people are doing in the outside world, but an internal search. And the Ten of Swords is letting go that, again, I don't have to make sure everyone else gets along and help everyone, not have their own conflicts. My responsibility is to make sure my relationship with each individual person that's my responsibility, but their relationship with each other, not my problem, That's not my responsibility, I can't do anything about it. It's like if you get in the middle of a fight, people are punching each other, it's, "Ow!" You get hit in the middle. You're just like, "I'm gonna stay in the eye, you guys can do that out there," but I like this that this is, like, how you can balance things is it's like stay in your lane. Right? Just realize you can't control other people, you can't change other people. You'll just invest energy that goes into a black hole. All you can do is send love their way and then focus on what is in your control, which are your stories, your emotions, your energy, your actions, and not other people's, right? So, I like that. The other side of the scale, you've got the magician. Yeah. So you've got a lot of this energy. Intention energy, action energy. You've got a lot of, um, things that are asking for your own attention and energy in your life, and I like that. Because on one scale, there's all this energy that it's like, "Oh, I supposed to," those expectations, right? And it's like, it's ching, jing, jing, jing. It's like, "Nope, I'm investing energy in myself and in my path." Because that's the best. Yeah, that brings you the Wheel of Fortune. It brings you the most abundant energy there. And the Strength card, the Courage, the Fire. Like, oh, you got three, you got four major arcana on this side of the scale and the Sun. So you got the Sun, you got both Leo energies, with the Sun and the Strength card and the Major Arcana, and and then 2 other, Wheel of Fortune and the Magician. So 4 Major Arcana, which means significant energy, significant change, significant abundance. If I don't invest my energy in trying to fix everyone else's problems and I stay in my own lane, I can go so far because all this, it's like we're leaking energy when we're getting involved in other people's business when there's nothing we can do about it, you know? And if I keep all my energy super focused on the direction that I'm going and what I can control, there it's not leaking anymore, and all of that energy just helps propel you forward. So I like this, and of course, the 5th major arcana in the middle, the Justice card. I just feel like the balancing of things is so important for your adventure. So, and this was specifically for next week, right? You wanted next week? Yeah, next week. So I like that. So you have permission from spirit to focus your energy on you and your choices and realize it doesn't matter what you try to do for others. They're just not gonna it's just going like it's a poor investment. Let's see what your fortune cookies are. You got inner wisdom compass. This is yours here. Yeah. So, as I was saying, it says responsibility. Maturity begins when you can take responsibility for your own actions. All right. So, that's maturity is I'm taking responsibility for mine and I'm not taking responsibility for anyone else's. That's their choices, not mine. I was not put in charge of them in this lifetime. And then your other, these mystic manifesting oracle. You got this beautiful golden map. Says when you align your desires with spirit's plan, you are truly blessed. And it's I fulfill my true purpose. That's the golden map. So, and it just fits in with what we were talking about too. It's if I'm busy trying to help everyone find their way on their maps, I'm not spending time on my adventure. It's almost like Spirit showed me once, like I was on my boat and everyone's on their own boat on the sea. And I dove off of my boat to try to go over and push other people's boats back on the course I thought they should be on. And my boat was drifting off course because I was out there off my boat. I can't get on their boat either. So it's me in the water, a little human trying to push this giant ship. And I'm like, this isn't doing anything but wasting my energy. So swim, swim, swim back, get in my own boat, and I'm like, "Oh, this works so much better if I just focus on what I'm doing." And if we're living our dream and we're going in our direction and the things we're taking, people can follow us and go, "Oh, they know the way through the reefs and the rocks. Follow them." So if you lead your life, people will follow. That's that Leo energy too, the leadership. Um, so I like that. And there you go, the ship. Exactly, CG, I love it. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings to you. Cheers to you and your adventure. Hoi hoi. All right. So we'll continue down here. Leslie, you are up next. Here is your timestamp. Boop, boop. So thank you for your donation and your sneak peek, third eye, private eye, little emoji. And you wanted to know what's next, right? Yes. Let's take a look here. Hey, kitty cat, kitty cat. Well, yeah, we'll pull some kitty cat tarot. So let's see here. What is next for you? What does Spirit want you to know? Okay, go to these, these, leading to that. I think that's it for this deck here. But let's pull some from the Pagan Cat Tarot. Let's see what else they want to bring here. They want this one and this one and that one there. All right. Kitty cats. All right. So, what is happening here? What's next? So, 5 of Cups is on the bottom of the deck here. So, the 5 of Cups is this wonderful transformation of emotion, stepping into the power of choice around emotions. They did give you 5 kitty cat cards. So, I feel like these represent the 5 emotions that will be transforming next. At least they'll tell us around it. Maybe it's not 5 separate ones, but they did give you 5, and that's where they want me to go to first. So, here we've got the 3 of Wands, which is a change of direction. It just cracks me up because, they always show cats. You let them out and they want back in. They want it back out, they want back in. They're like, "Don't be afraid to change your mind." I like this, um this kind of it's a fear of people feeling like we're fickle, that we're not consistent, and it's like, that's alright. We have the right to change our minds. We have the right to, with new information, to go a different direction. It's in a way, I don't wanna say irresponsible to ourselves, but it's like, it's cheating ourselves out of going, "Well, I'm going this direction," and I know that now that I know that the bridge is out, I still need to stay on this train and still go off. When I hit it, I just have to follow it. It's like, no, now that I know the bridge is out, I am hitting that switch and taking the train on a different track. I don't have to keep going in a direction. With new information, I can make a different decision. So I like that. You also have the Ace of Pentacles. So there is this new opportunity that does approach here. And this Three of Wands is that it's like, well, yeah, I wanted to go that direction, but then I found out I can go this direction, which is even more what I want. And they're like saying, I feel like this is this. Again, the underlying energy is like, I don't want to be come across as wishy washy or fickle or irresponsible or flighty or whatever word, is describing that emotion for you. It's, well, no, but it's, I get to choose it. Or, I know a lot of times women get a bad rap of, oh, it's a woman's prerogative to change their mind. They're always changing their mind. It's like, because they're smart. That's why. They're not like, well, I'm just gonna stick to it and be stubborn no matter what. Well, I'm gonna be a bull and bust through it. It's like, no, no, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna go this way. It's gonna be easier, you know. Instead of trying to climb up, why don't we take this elevator over here? So I like this. You also have the Seven of Cups energy here, a lot of different emotions. And I like this. It's, with the Five of Cups, that's the change of emotions. But I feel like with the Seven of Cups, this is allowing yourself to feel emotion and even act on some emotion, not, um, to, again, this reputation of women are emotional. And it's like, yeah, they are, but don't make it a derogatory thing. And a lot of times that comes from men who aren't connected to their emotional centers, and they just don't understand it. They're like, "You're speaking emotion, I don't understand it, so it must be stupid." And you're just like, "That's one way to look at it." But maybe a more correct way to look at it is that if you, uh, don't understand something, try to understand it instead of trying to, you know, make fun of it or push it away, because that's stupid. But I like this feeling the emotions and allowing yourself to feel the emotions. Yeah. You will get clarity coming in here, as well, and I feel like with, because you have the Ace of Pentacles, now you have the Ace of Swords, next to the Seven of Cups, because I feel like when you allow yourself to feel your emotions, the emotions clear away and you can, and clarity comes in through it. Otherwise, if we keep looping an emotion, not allowing ourselves to feel it, we're not, we don't have a clear, um, a clear head to where we can see things clearly because it's confusing, because it's loud when we push emotions down and don't allow ourselves to feel it because it just keeps getting bigger and it's clanging, it's loud. And if we just keep looping an emotion instead of allowing ourselves to feel it and to go, um, then that also keeps us dizzy. But when we're allow ourselves to feel for 90 seconds, I love that. I've read that in a lot of places, like an emotion takes 90 seconds to just flow through us. If we'll feel it and let it doesn't mean we have to act on it. I'm angry, smack, or I'm sad and I bawl, I break down bawling. I can definitely do whatever I want that doesn't impact others. Um, but allowing it to flow, then it's gone. And then we return back to, all right, now let's see what I want to do now, kind of energy. So I like this. And then you have the hermit. Yeah, spending some time connecting with the spirit world here. I like this energy that comes in with that card because there is that underlying worthy energy of going, well, I could spend time with them, but what if they, do they really want to talk to me? And they're like, oh my God, do they want to talk to you? Right. And you're worthy of it. You definitely you have a if everyone could see someday I'll maybe I can use AI to do it for me. Because when I step into the spirit world and go visit my spirit guides in a meditation, suddenly I'm like, whoop, in this middle of like it's almost like it's a stadium, but it's an endless stadium of people. Like they start, all of these entities start where I could touch them. They're that close. And then it's just endless multitudes. It just goes and goes and goes. And every one of us have that many beings of unconditional love and light that are supporting us. And if we realized how supported we are and how they love to talk with us, how they love to support us, how they love to be along on the adventure with us, we wouldn't like be like, well, I don't know if they want to talk to me, or I don't know if is that too small to ask for clarity on or whatever. They're like everything, anything. We're just dying to interact with the human side of us. So I like that energy. Let's see what else is next here. So all of that is the stuff that's transforming. Yeah, you're letting go of some thoughts that have been deceiving you. Yeah, you got the in here you got the 7 of cups, the 7 of swords. This is almost kind of the scenery that I have where there's like um around the people when I'm in the higher realms, it's kind of shadowed in comparison because it's like the creator themselves at the high vibration are so bright that we are kind of lower vibration away from them a little bit. Otherwise, if we went high in vibration, we would just sink back into the big light that they are. Um, but I like this that there's this um, I want to say struggle or clarity. Struggle that brings clarity. 7 of Cups is emotional confusion. 7 of Swords is mental confusion, but also our mindsets and stories have been cheating out of things out of us. So we've got this 5 of Cups, sevens. Any conflict that's coming up, it's like, oh, this is for me. Anytime something kind of, it's like, oh, thank you. This is for me. I can transform this and be free from it now. Yeah. You've got, below the surface, you've got your higher self with that 2 of cups. That's your relationship with your higher self. The 3 of cups is your spiritual posse. So again, they're just saying that, you have all of this support to help you through it. You're not going through it alone. We're behind you. So sometimes it feels like we're alone because we're in the lead. All of them are behind us, and they will give us repeating numbers and other synchronicities as kind of like a just so you know, we're still back here if you need anything." And we're like, "Oh, yeah, sorry," because we can get so caught up in living this human existence, we forget. And so they try to give us as many reminders as we can that they are there. Yeah, and you got the moon energy and the justice card coming in here. Something about Libra moon energy coming in here. Both the Libra full moon and the Libra new moon are going to be significant for you this year. So you can look those up on those dates, but they are, and this is going to be around relationships for you because Libra does roll over the house of relationships. So the new moon and the full moon of Libra, which happen months apart from each other, are significant for you of big releasing things and new beginnings in relationship too. All this is in preparation for that. Yeah, for the relationship. So you do have one coming with the 10 of Pentacles. So, because that's what I was about to say, that kind of just cracks me up. All this is in preparation. At least this, this letting go of these emotions, everything, it's putting you in this higher vibration to where, it'll change. If you're in a relationship, it'll change the relationship you're in. If you're not in a relationship, then it's gonna be bringing you this higher vibration relationship. But these definitely those Libra new moon and full moon are big dealios for you this year. Um, I'm not sure of the exacts. Google is your friend. You can just ask, "When is the new moon and full moon in Libra in 2026?" And it'll tell you. I could do it because now I wanna know too. We can do it really quick here. You know what? I have the internet right here. We can just ask real quick here. When is the Libra new moon and full moon in 2026? Boom. Let's see. AI mode. Come on. It's thinking. Libra full moon occurs on April 1st, um, or April 2nd, depending on what time zone you're in. And the Libra new moon is October 10th of 2026. So, yeah, they are what, about almost 6 months apart. Well, yeah, 6 months, 9 days or so apart. Um, so the full moon happens first, which will be release energy, and then the new moon, October 10th, 10/10. So some good energies there. Let's see what your fortune cookies say here too. So for the inner wisdom compass, you got be here now. Life's too short to be living in the past or worrying about the future. So take the time to enjoy every moment to the fullest. So that is, um, coming back to right here, right now. It's like, oh my gosh, the future. It's like, that's right. Just focus on the now because it's in the now that you're releasing these things and raising your vibration, right? If we get sucked into the future and going, oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait, we can get caught into the I need that, I want that, and then that pushes it further away, right? So we're like, all right, that's good information to know, but I'm focusing on the now. I'm focusing on the now. And then from this mystic manifesting oracle, yeah, you got infusing intent. Look at there's that moon energy. It says use crystals to amplify intentions and help to focus your energy. Your affirmation is, I magnify my soul power. So I love that. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So that's what they have for you, Leslie. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Boom, boom. All right. Stormborn, you are up. You had 104.44. Look at all these fours, Stormborn. There we go. And let's go up here. And yours lets me give it a love and a like, so we will. And you want to know, when will Andreza live with you for will Andrea live with you for a year as a nanny? All right. Let's take a look here and see what the current energies are. Let's give a little cheers, cheers. You're very welcome, Leslie. I like all these fours for you because fours, like the Four of Pentacles, is the card of home and stability. Yeah, for a whole year, right? Okay. So, based on current energies, will she live with you for a full year? And anything else that will help with your situation here? I feel like we want this one. Don't want that one, but I do want that. Oh, that's the bottom one. All right. I I chuckled because the bottom of the deck you have a 4 of cups. 4 of cups is emotional stability, but it also, it represents there's these 3 cups that were kind of stagnant, that really weren't fulfilling, and, then this Ace of Cups is a gift that comes from the heavens. So we'll see what unfolds here, because I'm feeling like that if you haven't had 3 that you thought were gonna work out that didn't, I feel like there's gonna be a total of 3, and so if she might be number 3, or if not, there'll be a couple, but you are gonna have someone that is like a gift from God, that comes in for you here. Let's see specifically, that's the underlying energy. Let's see to answer the question, would she stay with you guys for a year? You got the 4 of Swords. So this is stability and rest energy. Let's see what else is here. Another 4? No, 3 of Wands. Yeah, a different direction that comes in here. So I feel like there will be stability that comes your way, but this 4 of Swords is kind of letting go of expectations and letting this fall away here. This 3 of Wands, it just feels like there's I don't know if you haven't had 3 um already that you thought were like, "Oh, this would be good," and then they didn't work out. I feel like you're gonna have a total of 3 and then this gift from the heavens that comes in. Oh, okay, very good. So you had 3, the current nanny's the last one, so that's number 3, right? So if this is a dream come true, then so this makes sense here, um, because all this solid foundation energy, and they're saying if there's been 3, it was the 3rd, 333, this is the gift that comes, in for you here. Let's see what these other cards are here too. Yep, the 10 of Wands. Yeah, no, no. Right? And you've learned a lot through all this, right? Maybe this was the 4 of Swords is, we're letting go of these expectations, or we're letting go of the 3 swords, the 3 disappointments to focus here. And the 10 of Wands is an energy of, because you can look at this as either a burden or as harvest. So part of this here, yeah. And so there is this, when we focus on what we're grateful for, not on what we are afraid of or what we do need or want or are desperate, if we have that energy, that actually pushes things away, it makes it harder for things to come through. But if you, instead of looking at those 3 as failures, we can look at them as thank you for the reminders of things that I can be grateful for when Andresa, comes from Brazil, right? When she comes, you're like, "I'm so grateful. for who she is because I wouldn't be as grateful for her had I not experienced these other 3, right? And now you're like, "I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful." And the more gratitude we express, the more it draws and grows. If I have fears and I focus in, then, you know, that's interesting. All these fours, the 10444, the 4, she's the 4th one. You also have the King of Pentacles, so that's an abundance energy coming in. So 10 of Wands with the King of Pentacles is definitely abundance. And the Ace of Pentacles, yep, the new gift that's arriving. So it does feel here very much full of possibilities that they can be there for a year or longer. Um, and the biggest thing is you can support it with your energy by focusing in on gratitude for what you have and who they are and what they do, showing the gratitude for them. They will stay. Um, but if we go into our fears and, they'll leave, our energy is gonna repel them away, right? So it's being aware of your energy is very important, but it feels like it's really set to work out very well with that 10 of Wands and the King of Pentacles, especially there. I love all those fours. It's a message in itself. Let's see what your fortune cookies bring in here. Okay, what's this one here? This is the inner wisdom. Yep. Yeah. I like security. It says, be careful not to be drawn into a false sense of security. Security begins only when trust has been established. So I like that because this reminds me of the Four of Pentacles because it is about stability and looking for security. So it's like, um, build the trust with them and build the energy that you trust them, you know, and I feel like that's important for them to feel trusted. And then your mystic manifesting oracle here. Whoops, as I throw things around here. Let me try that again. Let me just see here. Oh, all right. Yeah, and then you got clear passage. It's like the pathway is clear. I love this. Says you have many choices to make to move closer to your desires, but your affirmation is I make good decisions. And I like this, because maybe under the surface you feel like, wow, I've made poor choices with a nanny who betrayed a alcoholic nanny and then a nanny who's not sticking around, and you're like, but it's like, no, these were specific situations that you had wanted to experience so that when the fourth comes around, you have this appreciation and gratitude for who they are. Because if you just got them, you wouldn't realize what an amazing person they are because you would have thought, "Oh, this is how everyone is." But now that you've had some interesting experiences, you're like, "Oh my god, you're a godsend." And they're like, "What?" And they're gonna be like, "Wow." So they're really gonna feel appreciated because you're gonna be just like, "You're amazing." Alright. So I love that for you. That's what they have for you, Stormborns, and many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. All right. I think we had here. Yeah, Gracie. Hey, Gracie. Good to see you. I'll get you onto the free reading list here. Boom, boom. You're like, oh my God, yes. All right. Let's make sure I didn't skip over anyone else. Do, 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 do. No, we had all those. We got all those. I think we were good. All right. So thank you, Jojo, for your additional donation. So let's jump in here. Your fortune, your timestamp is 1:14:30. There it goes. I'll give that a love and a like there and a fun little aura read, please. All right. Dive in. So cheers, everybody. Let's see what we got here. I don't think I have any aura cards out. I know I've got in all these back here, somewhere in all these bins that I have over here. I do have some aura, not aura, but chakra cards and the color cards as well. Yeah, gonna go to Z, get some Z's. All right, let's take a look here and see. Yeah, your aura is black because your eyes are closed. All right, let's see what we got here. What's going on with your aura? Fun little aura. All right. Oh, and then with this one too. This is the bottom. All right. So, the bottom of the deck, you have the 5 of Cups energy here. And I do feel like there is quite a bit of there's a lot of yellow in this deck alone, but I got like this golden it probably is black. No, that's your soul, not your aura. Just kidding. That's just a joke, I'm just joking. I have a black soul. But I feel like gold, a lot of gold and yellow because and it makes sense with the sun energy, your Leo energy. I feel like your solar plexus, energy, of that chakra is just putting out a lot of the yellows, a lot of a gold, a lot of like a bright, light, white energy that's in there too, that's coming in. But it is about because the 5 of Cups is one of those that, is like your dream energy. Your dream is to help transform people's emotions. As you're learning to transform, as you have learned and continue to learn how to transform your lower vibrational emotions into higher vibration, you do have um this, you know, uh, awareness and this drive to share it with other people too, right? Um, and then you have, yeah, the 8 of Cups and the Hierophant. Yeah, so definitely this grounding energy of the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, and the 8 of Cups, helping people leave behind emotions that don't serve them anymore. Very much this teaching, but it's leading, it's showing people a different way of transformation, but it's in this it's sensory is what they were telling me with the Taurus energy of the Hierophant. Hearing, right? Seeing, even smelling, maybe not smelling and tasting and touch so much as hearing and seeing, because movies and, acting and plays and singing, there's that sensory education, um, sharing information through that too. You love sensory, the senses. Um, so I love that, and yeah, and showing people you got the little page energy coming in here to a higher level, taking their energy and their emotions to a higher level, and, very much this again, pages are they're learners, they're students, they're sages in a way, always learning, always growing, and that you don't have to, be perfect to start sharing. You just start sharing what journey you've been on and going, so far, this is what I've learned, everybody, blah, blah, blah. But you can do this, and then you learn more later, and then you share that, and you learn more, and you share that. But it's this sense of being a sage and of learning and teaching what you have learned, but still realizing I'm still a student myself. And there's that humbleness that comes in with that. So I love all this. You got the Queen of Cups, yeah, the, empathic ability to I like this here, um, the true gift of an empath I've talked about before, right? Where feeling other people's emotions is a small piece of the gift. We think, "Oh, that's what an empath is." We get to feel everyone's emotions, and we can't do anything about, their emotional choices, but the true gift of an empath is that we can push out higher vibrational emotional energy to make it easier for other people to transmute and transform their emotions. And so I love that. In addition to with all of this, it's like there's this, and I think gold in an aura is about being a teacher or knowledge, if I'm not mistaken. That came out of somewhere, or it came out of somewhere. I don't know. Am I speaking out of my butt? I don't know. I think I'm speaking from spirit. And then the 6 of Wands, yeah, movement of energy. So here's that the victory and the movement of energy, allowing people to see. And again, there's that leadership, Leo leadership energy, and the 2 of Wands, the power of energetic choice that comes in. It's interesting that you can change the color of your aura at will. What? What? I know. Um, because whatever we focus our energy on is what we emanate from us. And I actually did it with a friend of mine who could see auras, and I freaked her out the day that we were doing it because um, it's the golden in me speaking, right? There you go. I was talking to her about this meditation experience I had. And when I was talking, when she first came in, she came into my office. She actually was one of my representatives at the time. She came into my cubicle for our one on one, and she was like, "What is going on with you?" She goes, "Your aura is like um, a rainbow. It's so bright and so big. I'm surprised people can't see it because it is like, what the hell?" Right. And so I told her what was going on. I had just experienced the day before, and that I went onto the moon, and um I go, there were these orbs, this red orb that came. And as I was talking about it, she looked at me and went, "Okay." And she goes, your aura just turned red." And then I started talking about the orange, and I talked about each, and as I mentioned each color, and was all in that energy of it, it was changing my aura to that color. And she's like, "This is weird. I've never seen this before." And um and the experience that I had is I stepped off the moon into this, because I felt like there was this pocket of energy off the moon when I was meditating. I stepped off into it and time stopped. And it was just like whoosh, everything just got quiet and everything, and it felt very transparent. And she rolled out of my office, out of my cubicle. She was just like, "Your aura just went transparent." She goes, "I've never seen that before." And it's amazing. And we don't realize that our energy, again, back to that 2 of Wands, whatever we focus our energy on is what we're emanating, and we don't realize how powerful our energy is. So whatever we're focusing on in our lives, if we're living consciously, then we're making stuff happen, right? When we're living unconsciously, subconsciously, because if we're not conscious, we revert into autopilot. Then our aura is emanating whatever we're just kind of stumbling into. So I love that. So I'm so glad you asked this, that you wanted this reading. Good information. Yeah, I love this. Generational curses. Rise above your past and allow the cycle to end with you. So some good release here, not letting anything from the past hold you back and hold you down. And then your mystic manifesting oracle. Yeah. So here is your aura. Bam. Spiritual strength. Let spirit guide you through any challenges along the way. Your affirmation is, I conquer obstacles. Boom, boom. But look at, we were talking about the gold and the yellow, and that's the big stuff that's there, right? What a surprising reading. I know, right? We thought it was just gonna be a fun little cute little aura read, right? But they're like, "Oh, you guys, buckle up, buttercups. Here we go." So beautiful, beautiful. That's what they got for you, my dear. So thank you, and see if you can sleep now. You might even have some wonderful adventures. Intentionally put an aura around you as you go to sleep. You are very welcome. Thank you for all your love and support. I appreciate you, my dear. Sleep well, dream well. To the moon. That's right. It's a beautiful adventure. All right. I think that is it for my donations currently. Let me just refresh my email. All right. Excuse me. So I think that was everything. Let me make sure. One last check. Okay. Anyone else come in? No. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So I do have my free list. So the free list right now, just in case you guys are waiting, musical beer, and then Swaroot Bobby, and then Ashish, user PC, Brenda Globy, then Hidden Little Gem, Fairy Tale Niha, Kat Mia, Ken, Livia Vagata, and then Gracie. That's who we have right now. All right. So we will jump in. So first we got musical beer at 126.40. All right. And thank you guys again so much for all the thumbs up and the likes. It does help support the channel and gives me a little love. I appreciate that. You're part of the love tsunami. So thank you guys so much. All right. Musical beer general for next week. Take a look here. And thank you for liking it. Did when I copy and paste over the your question, it actually tells me that you like it, like you liked. So thank you for giving a thumbs up there. All right, musical beer. Let's see here. A general for next week. All right. So you do have the Three of Swords coming in and the Justice card. Nothing to fear here. Um, but the Three of Swords is about expectations equal disappointment. But the Justice card tells us that you learn so much from that disappointment. The scales, usually the scales are being balanced by an Ace of Swords, which gives you clarity around the small t truths, allows you to see things from a bigger perspective, to cut away these small t true stories about, oh, that means this. Like, no, it doesn't. I thought I was supposed to have that, but because I didn't, I'm learning something. I'm growing on something. I'm not going down a spiral, down some stairs. I'm not falling down some stairs. I'm taking an escalator up to a new level. So I like that whatever this is that's coming in that feels like a disappointment, realize there's a gift in it for you. It's like, well, no, this door is locked. I can't get in. Well, because there's a hungry lion behind it that's going to eat you if you did. So it's like, oh, that's right. So if something didn't work out, it's not happening to me, it's happening for me. And there's a gift in it. And if you look for the gift, you'll see things differently. And you'll be like, wow, there is a different opportunity coming in here. So I feel like that is one of the big lessons for next week. Let's see what your fortune cookie from the Mystic Manifesting Oracle brings in here. Yeah, I love it. You will rise from the ashes like a phoenix. So transformational. Oh, sorry, transform limits. Allow spirit to take away doubts, fears, and attachments. And your affirmation is, I change my life with ease. So whatever this thing is that doesn't work out, it's like, all right, I'm going to change and do something different then. If that's not working out, and then I know that's not the way to go, there's a different way, and I can switch it with ease. So I like that for you. Right. So that's what they have for you, musical beer. Many blessings to you. Then Swaroop Bobby, you are up. Here's your timestamp. And next week reading, please. Hello, hello. Good to see you. All right. And well, we got these two in this one. So let's see what these are about. Here you got these two first. Got the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So there is this putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears. There is this flow energy going on in the outside world. And it's a balanced approach because you have six, which is three on each side. Eight is four on each side, these even numbers. So that's why it feels very balanced, very flowing, leading to the Nine of Pentacles. You got three pentacles about the outside world. Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence. In a way, it's like a physical, like a dream come true. And it's a dream of something in the physical world kind of energy where it makes you feel that independence, makes you feel blessed in a way. And I like this trusting that as you put in the blood, the sweat, the tears, that life is flowing. And with all that pentacle energy that's there, I feel like gratitude would be your best friend next week. It's always our best friend, but spend time with your bestie gratitude because the more you're grateful for, the bigger the abundance is that comes in, whether it's finances or opportunities or love, whatever abundance you've been putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears around. I feel like you do get the reward that comes from that. So, great possibilities for that coming in. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here, too, from the Mystic Manifesting Oracle, right? Yeah, what is your true north? I like that. It says here, align your decisions with spirit's guidance to get direction. Your affirmation is, I know the way to go. So trust that nudging from spirit on the directions. Again, gratitude is very, very important for you next week. Right. So that's what they have for you, Swaroop. Many blessings to you. Right. Ashish, you are up 132.23. Got the little mirroring going on there with your numbers there. You want to know, is spirit guiding you in your life? All right. Well, I can guarantee you that they always are guiding us. The thing is are we paying attention, right? Take a quick sip here. Cheers, everybody. See if they'll tell us how, so you know where to look. You got the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, they're bringing in a lot of creativity with this. And they're even supporting you with the Three of Pentacles through people in the outside world. I feel like they're bringing in a lot of signs and synchronicities. You know, even like here's this bird that's flying in over here, but it's in the mind. I feel like they're bringing you these creative ideas. They're bringing you this creative energy, but really this nudging to be true to your authentic self, not to do stuff that everyone is saying you're supposed to and should and need to, but being more true to your authentic self and trying to lighten the path to show you that if you go and follow your heart and follow your joy, that look at what it'll bring you. And the mind's very loud. And well, but look over here. You know, you don't want to disappoint these other people. That's what the Three of Pentacles shows us too, is that there's two other people here. One person's the naysayer that's, in our life that would be, why are you doing it that way? Why not? They can never support what we're doing. They're always finding something wrong with what we're doing. And we put them on the outskirts, right? But there's also the supporter, the people that, we're proud of you. We're so excited with how what you're doing and all that. But they might even say, have you ever thought of doing it this way? Just trying to be helpful, no expectations, really. But we, out of fear of them joining the naysayers, we might go off our authentic path. And I don't want to lose their support, their love. So I'll do what they're wanting me to do instead of what is truer to me, right? And so I feel like they're nudging you in that direction to follow that. What else are they doing here too? Yeah, you know, you got the 4 of Cups, which is the stagnancy with, when we're following the other things, trying to do the other things, it's, boring. It's not exciting. It's not, you know, uh, it's like we're checking off a list. It's like we're doing all this work to get back to 0. It doesn't feel like abundance. And the King of Wands is them saying, clear the throne room. You are the king of your kingdom. You're the ruler of your life. Everyone has all these self appointed advisors around us telling us what we should be doing, not be doing, blah, 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 right? And, but they are like, clear the throne room of all the noise. Thank you, everybody, for all your opinions, your ideas, blah, blah, blah. Leave them in the box on your way out. I need some time alone to think about what is it that I want. And then I make a plan and then I put action behind it and I go forward following my heart and my passion, not trying to live up to what everyone else is telling me I should do with my life. It's like being at a giant dinner table and we already ordered appetizers that we're all sharing. We ordered the sampler so everyone has a little taste of what they want. But now we're ordering the entree that we will only eat. No one can eat off our plate in this scenario, right? But people are all telling us what we should order and eat, and it's like, "Well, thank you for your suggestions and recommendations, but I gotta eat it, I gotta live it, so I'm gonna choose what I want," right? And I feel like this is the nudging that they're, nudging you towards, and they are working on behalf, of course, your higher self who, wants to, um make certain things, like I said, unfulfilling so that you'll move into something more in alignment with your energy. And so they are guiding you, they are doing that, but it takes us getting out of our head and clearing that throne room so that we could hear the advisor we want to hear from, not all the loud noise of everyone else that are yelling and speaking over spirit, because spirit speaks in a whisper at a high vibration of unconditional love and joy and gratitude and laughter and play. Lower vibration, noisy, loud, but it's loud. It's noise. It's not, it's lower vibration fear energies. So hopefully that helps. They definitely are guiding you. We just, sometimes we have to shut up and listen and shut everything else up in our life to listen. Trust me, I know. "Why are you guys talking to me?" I used to say that. They're like, "Well, if you just shh and listen, you'll hear us." And I'm like, "Did you just tell me to shut up?" And they're like, "You said it, we didn't." Let's see here. You got your beacon of truth. Yep, so they're like a lighthouse guiding you through the storm, so look for the lighthouse. They are a beacon of truth. It says, "Pause and tune into your inner guidance before taking action." Literally, guidance is mentioned here. And then your affirmation is, "I choose what's right." And I feel like they want to add in, you choose what's right for you and your heart, right? Because there's no really right or wrong. There's just things that are in alignment with our heart or not, right? So that's what they have for you, Ashish. So many blessings to you. All right. And then user PC, you are up. Hello, hello. Here is your timestamp, and you'd like a general reading. Let's see what Spirit has for you today. What do they want you to know today? Okay. Nope, those ran away. I don't know what that one I did. I didn't know you had 3 cards here. Let's see what we got going on. Wow. So bottom of the deck, because you've been getting like these relationship readings. You got the Lovers card, beautiful Lovers card too. The bottom of the deck here. And then your 3 cards, you do have the Chariot, the power of choice energy. You also have the Page of Wands. There is this passion, action, movement energy, and the 7 of Pentacles. Didn't you just get the 7 of Pentacles too? But I feel here with this combination, the Lovers on the bottom, power of emotional choice, right? Too. But the Chariot card is the power of choice. And I feel like you in this lifetime, you didn't choose to have a one fated relationship. You know, when we can look at the pathways of life and all the choices we can make, some lifetimes we do. We have an agreement before coming down and go, it's going to be you. And they're like, yep, it's going to be you. Let's do it. And they are stretched across our life path. Sooner or later, you know, sometimes it's sooner, sometimes it's later. That's why it looks like this, you know, depends on our choices. They'll either come in really early in our life or much later in our life. And the time that we spend again will either be a long time or a short time. Um, but that's when we choose one. When they show me the pathways and they show like 4 blobs or 3 blobs or 2 blobs, you know, it's like, if you go this direction, you end up with this person, you go this direction, you end up with this person, you go up these paths, you end up with this one, etcetera, right? And that's what I feel is here, and so this power of choice with the chariot really came through strong with that, energy. And the Page of Wands is talking about a lot of your energetic choices determines where you're headed, right? It Your energy leads the wagon or the chariot. This is your energy leading it here with the Page of Wands. And the Seven of Pentacles is sometimes it's the longest, you know, the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, and it's a patience card, but the energy that's coming through is one of the other big meanings that they bring with that card for me, which is once you start to see the fruit, man, not really what I want. I'm going off this direction, you know? And so there is this change of energy, this change of where I've been going, and you were headed off in this direction, going to end up with this person, but you've been doing so much inner work that your path has changed. And who you were going to originally, where your trajectory was taking you, has changed. Now you're into this person now, which is a higher vibrational relationship than where you were headed before, which is good. Good news. Well, it's there's not good or bad. It's just more pleasant, right? So I like that for you, and I feel like they want, you know, kind of in this way, just to kudos for the work that you've been doing, but also if you feel like your future has switched, you're right, and I like that. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in too. All right, there you go. That must be it. You got rising above. There you go. Been watering your flowers. It says, unfold your vision from murky depth to clarity with grace, like we were saying. And your affirmation is, I bloom from within. So beautiful, beautiful. I love that for you. All right. So that's what they have for you. User PC. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Brenda Globy, you are up. Here's your timestamp. And HL's energy towards ASA versus AS. Okay. So we're focusing on HL's energy. So it's towards SA and then towards AS. All right. So the energy towards SA, well, we haven't got lover's card here, energy, which HL towards SA. So very much a very important relationship. If we were wondering if it's romantic or not, very much that's the kind of energy of HL towards SA. Now we don't know if that's SA towards HL. Maybe I'll do a cat card for that. Um, but and then towards AS, we have the King of Pentacles. So there still is this abundance, caretaker, even, you know, physical fulfillment, maybe even if there's any kind of um, material benefit of, you know, it feels more here with this King of Pentacles like I have a position that needs to be filled in my life to make my life full. It's like almost like my life is a corporation and I have a position they could fill that position and do very well at it. But it feels more transactional than it does feel emotional. Where with SA, it kind of feels like they've got this emotional and the heart wants what the heart wants, right? We can't control that. We can't force it. You can't force ourselves to emotionally, but we can see what an arrangement of relationship can be with someone. So just real quick, what's SA's energy towards HL? I'm gonna do one of these little cat cards here. 'Cause I just wanna know. I wanna know. So what are SA's energy towards them? 10 of Wands goes back and forth between being a burden and being abundance. So they kind of the energy kind of flips and goes back and forth there. So they do see it as, really drawn to them, but they also feel it as a burden with them too. That's an interesting energy. But so hopefully that brings some clarity. Let's see what the fortune cookie brings in here around the situation here. Yeah, heavenly embrace. Feels like with the butterfly energy, there's going to be some big changes coming. Says you will never lose your way, for all paths will lead you back home. And the affirmation is, my angels guide me. So I feel like here, I mean, I know we've been talking a lot about AS, right? And I feel like AS has been going through some great transformation, some inner transformation. And it's like they're being spared from caterpillars. And that though the way the caterpillars might be removed doesn't feel like, "Oh, for me at the time," it is for them because then it allows them to meet a butterfly, someone who's also transformed that has a beautiful connection. They can flutter together and go places that they could never go with a caterpillar. So, a little extra added in there. Right. So that's what they have for you, Brenda. Many blessings to you. Then we got hidden little gem. You are up. There we are. And so you left AM and you blocked him. Will he notice and his energy towards you? All right, let's take a look here. So, will he notice and his energy towards you? All right. So, will he notice that you blocked him? We have the hanged man, which is seeing things from a different perspective. It's almost like there's this pausing, reflective period here. And it's like they notice, but they notice, because they're hanging upside down from a tree. They're noticing from a different perspective than we would think they would be noticing it from. Let's see what their energy is to help explain that, because that's kind of interesting. Yeah, his energy, Ace of Pentacles, just feels like, and this explains what I was feeling with that, because I was like, we expect them, like, shouldn't they be upset and blah, 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 and they kinda look at it going, "Oh, look, alright, they left me, they blocked me, alright, next." Ace of Pentacles is like, "Alright, new opportunity, who's next? What's next?" I don't feel like they're um, a individual who regrets or, um misses people or looks backward. I feel like they're like more like it would be like a grass fire or a forest fire. They burn forward. They keep burning forward. They don't go look backward because they've already burned through the field. There's no fuel to burn back. Like a fire doesn't go backwards because there's nothing for it to burn. It always has to keep going forward. And I feel like that's their kind of energy is they're like, all right, well, that forest is gone, or that, field of grass is gone. Now I'm moving on to net what's next? Who's next? What's next? Kind of energy. Doesn't feel like they get very invested in attaching to outside things. And that's not about you. That's not about the people that has to do with their ability. If they don't have that love for themselves or that connection with themselves, they can't have it for anyone else till they find it on the inside. And that's why they keep burning forward because they're like, I don't know what to do except to keep going forward. Eventually, they will reach a point in their life when they're ready to face all the the forest fires they've burnt through people's lives and go, wow, okay, now I see where the love is that I'm looking for. It's in here, not out here. And then once I find it in here, then I can flow it out to the outside world. But until then, they can't do that. So they always gave the amount of love to others that they could, which was very small because that's the amount of love they had for themselves, right? And even if they came across as like, where they come across so confident and this and that, there's a difference between confidence and arrogance or boasting or trying to convince everybody that I'm this if I don't believe it myself, right? So I feel like they're on a big piece of that journey. So hopefully that helps. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here. What else do they want you to know here? Okay, here it is. You've got heartfelt petition. Let's see what this says here. It says, ask spirit for help and expressed gratitude for what you have. And your affirmation on the bottom says, I receive in divine timing. And so there is this energy of going, you know what? You know, when we focus in on expectations of what we think we're supposed to have and should have and need to have and must have and blah, 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 that pushes that further away. Expectations suck the life out of things. When we move into gratitude, so it's like, you're like, I'm leaving that. That's not for me. Take time to reflect on what you learned through it. Otherwise, we'll just get to go through it again, right? Because everyone we're in a relationship with are teachers showing us what we want to see about ourselves. And trust me, having had 5 long-term relationships where they kept telling me over and over again as I moved from one to another to another to another, they kept telling me what I wanted to see about myself. And then I finally, oh, I see it now. But it will repeat for us until we see it. And then we don't need that kind of teacher anymore. So take that time and then you focus on what you're grateful for of the relationships you've had, the things you've loved in those that draws in the stuff that matches that instead. So that's what they have for you, hidden little gem. So many blessings to you. All right. Hey, Robert Charles, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for your donation. And as soon as you put your question down there, we will pop over to you and dive in for your reading there. Oops, I think I put too many in there. There we go. Just for the sake of time, take your time in posting your question. I'll continue on the free readings here. So we've got Fairy Tale Nihal up. So 153.25 for you. Yes, welcome back. Lucky to see you. So good to see you too. Is there a potential for more than one marriage in your coming life? Oh, yeah, we can take a look at that. No, not at all, Robert. If you just post your question, then you'll be prioritized. You'll be up next, and we'll dive deeper in for your reading because you made a donation too. So you're not too late at all. All right, let's take a look here. Nihal, let's see. Is there a potential for more than one marriage in your life? Here, let's take a look here. Let's see what we got. We've got the 9 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. The 9 of Wands is about potential that's coming in here. And the Ace of Pentacles, I don't know, it feels like you're more to one marriage in this lifetime based on current energies. Because this 9 of Wands, it does feel like this restriction, holding you back from, like, marrying a second time. The Ace of Pentacles is about a new opportunity that opens up, but it could be that, like, you get married once and maybe if the marriage doesn't work out or if they pass away, that the second relationship you have, it doesn't lead to marriage because it's like, "Nah, it's alright. We can just hang out." That's the kind of energy I'm feeling with these cards right now, that it's not like, you know, an actual marriage. It doesn't mean that I feel like you have another opportunity of a relationship if the first one doesn't, finish out, but, or it finishes before you while you're still alive. I feel like it's more of a, let's just enjoy our relationship and not, ugh, kind of thing. Yeah. Well, your fortune cookie is blessed growth. And it says, stay firmly rooted in your intentions and reach for the sky. And your affirmation is, I nurture my dreams, which I feel like you would more so um focus in on sharing your life with someone, but your dream is your true partner, like what you're wanting to show and how you wanted to give your love to the world. And you're like, but someone can be along with me, but they're not my that's why there's no marriage. I feel like it's because you're like, I'm married to this in a way. So hopefully that makes sense. That's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right. Hey, Tashi, good to see you. We'll get you on the free list here. All right. So thank you. I see your question there. So Robert Charles, you got 15656. Look at that. Repeating numbers. I love it. We'll give that a love and a like since it lets me. And you said you're having a big drama issue at work. Yay. At DHF, you need some insight on how this ends. All right. Yeah, let's dive in. Let's do a quick sip here. Cheers to you. And let's take a look based on current energies, how this ends, and then any advice we'll look at for you too. So, based on current energies, where is this headed here? Okay, so I can see there. And then what else do they want you to know here? Okay, thank you. Wow, cards just flying out. All right. So I feel like in the end, you do have on the bottom of the deck the Nine of Cups, which Nine of Cups is like an emotional dream come true. And I feel like this is a message from Spirit that says, regardless of whatever's unfolding, just know it's unfolding for you. It's kind of like when we get we'll see if we get the Wheel of Fortune here too, but it's the Wheel of Fortune is the tune of for you. Sometimes when we're going through life, we are it's hard for us to see the gift in a situation because we're like, this feels like hell, I can't see the gift right now. I'm on fire. But it's like, and once we get through kind of crap valley, we can see what we learned through the adventure and we see where it took us. Even if it takes us out of a situation, sometimes we will be removed from a relationship or a job or some sort of situation to free us into something that is like a dream come true. And when things become uncomfortable, they are coming uncomfortable for us to either free us from some fears or to free us from a situation so that we can live something that's more in alignment with who we want to be and where we want to go. But let's take a look here. You got all these cards popped out for what's the current um, how is the current situation? How does this end? We got the Two of Wands, which is an interesting energy because it means like it can go one of two ways, right? And this has to do with energetic choice. How it turns out for you really depends on what you focus on, right? Because whatever we focus our energy on is what we're asking the universe for more of. So if I focus in on what am I grateful for in this situation and in my life and for what I have had, then that just allows things to come in more that match that. If I'm focusing in on the drama and the fears and the blah, blah, blah stuff, right? The lower vibrational, even the needs and the wants, the stuff that has lack energy attached to it. It's like the tide's going out. It's difficult for high vibrational endings to come in, and we invite more lower vibrational endings to come in, right? Um, so let's look at these other cards that came in here because definitely here's the drama card, the Five of Wands. It's a firestorm, right? Or some other kind of storm, right? But there is the drama here. And with this, the Five of Wands, there is an opportunity for you to not be burnt by it, but to step into the eye of the storm and watch it from a distance. And that's the changing of the energy, right? If I'm continuing focusing on the drama and focusing on what's not happening that I think should happen and how people are not doing what I think they should be doing, we just get more of that. We get caught up in the drama, we catch on fire. But it's like drop and roll and move into the center and realize once you change your energy, you'll kind of become fireproof in a way. And even though other things in the outside world, they might be still battling each other, you just focus in on your interactions one on one with people, not as this group, not as, being a victim of what's happening. You're stepping out of that role and starting to look at gratitude, which rises you above out of the pupukaka, valley into this other place. And you have the Knight of Swords, which is about clarity does come in. It's the quest for clarity, quest for this Ace of Swords to see things differently and even to change the story in a way, right? Because we all can choose a lower vibrational story or a higher vibrational story, one rooted in fear, one rooted in gratitude and unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and play. And we can look at it as, rather than there's big drama at work with this, it's like, you know what? There's things just happen in the outside world. I love how I've heard it said um, everything that happens in the outside world is meaningless. There's no meaning to it till it gets in this noggin. This is the storyteller here. We grew up a lot that when these things happen, it means this. When this doesn't happen, it means this. When this means this, and so we have all these kind of reactive stories to things, but that's just an opinion. That's just a suggestion. Doesn't mean that's the story that we have to put to it. What's interesting is that, you've got the Knight of Swords here. So the quest of seeing things, but you also have the Ace of Swords. You do have the ability to see it. You're gifted with this ability to see the situation differently and go, you know what? Instead of being stuck in a mindset that things have to be a certain way, I'm going to take a big deep breath again, like step out of it, go into the circle or step out away from it, see it from a different perspective and go, is this really what I want it to mean? And even in that calmness, we can ask, what gift is in this for me? What am I learning about myself? What am I learning about this job and this world and this country and these people and, you know, not judgmental, like, oh, that they're, a-holes or whatever. But what's really going on here? When we're in fear, right? When our inner child feels unsafe or out of control or uncomfortable, it activates and goes into fight or flight mode. And when we as humans go into fight or flight mode, we eject our intelligent, compassionate, loving side of us, which leaves a 2-year-old and its pet hissing cat in charge. And we end up hissing at each other or attacking, like hissing and attacking and running away or hissing and running away. And we do stupid, unloving, uncompassionate things. And you can see the state of the world a lot. A lot of people are in fear. A lot of people are doing a lot of stupid stuff, unloving and uncaring things, and that's why. Because when our human goes into that, we become that, kind of, you know, entity, a hissing cat in a human body or a child in a human body, right? So there's a lot below the surface that will become known here too. You got the moon card, which does talk about secrets revealed, the unknown being revealed. And the Empress is a lot of emotional energy behind the scenes. So both of these energies are very emotional energy that there's a lot of emotion behind things that will be revealed and where we will see things. And so I do feel like there will things will come to the surface, things will rise to the surface. And in the end, like the Empress energy is like a very abundant energy. It's a harvest energy. The 9 of cups on the bottom too. I feel like the end result, there's great possibilities that it ends up turning out so much better than they think it could. But a big piece of it is what you do with your energy, because it's up to you which road you take with your energetic choice of your focus. If I continue to focus on the drama, I get to get burned. If I look at gratitude and switch it up, I'm going to have this harvest. I'm going to be able to see these things differently there too. So that's like the big thing here. This other stack that they gave me here, it's not a stack. There's how many? Like there's 5 cards. Is other advice they have for you in the situation here. Yeah. So remember I mentioned the Wheel of Fortune. So they do have the Wheel of Fortune. So the advice is realizing that nothing happens in life, um, by accident. We're not on an out of control drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and explode. We're more like on a monorail at Disney World, a giant Disney World, where it's on a smooth track. It has its designated stops that it goes on, and we go through all the different worlds, like Disney World has. Um, but this is the tuna for you that there is unfolding. There is a gift in it, like we were talking about before. Um, we have the 6 of Cups that's coming in here, and the 6 of Cups energy is the return of something from the past with the 6 of Cups, and it does feel like there is but this feels more like a return to some old ways, it feels like here. Um, and so it feels like we return back, but the energy that I'm picking up on, it feels like I'm returning more to an old way of being, like where we feel, okay, things balance out. I feel safe again. I feel comfortable again. But I feel like things will never be the same again. Um, because we're entering a big change in humanity anyway. Because you have the 4 of Cups, which is stagnancy. It's the old ways just don't feel enough anymore. And there is something that's being gifted here coming from the heavens that feels something more exciting for us. And that's what happens, right? When we can reach a place like we were in a blah place before and we reached a nice place. We're like, oh, we reached this where we wanted to be. And then it becomes stagnant after a while because water and emotion needs to move and grow or it becomes stagnant. And how we grow from stage to stage, those growing pains is conflict. And so there is this gift in this conflict that it is moving things that need to be moved within us and within each other, within a company, within a group, within a world. There is a lot of stuff that's happening here. I feel like you are going to be reaching this point with the 7 of Wands, which is being true to your authentic self, not dimming your light, not asking permission to shine, not not needing to defend what decisions you wanna make for your life, but this is about and I feel like you're getting these nudges to pursue something more in alignment with who you want to be. There kind of was a little whisper of that before, but it's really coming through strong with this of, yeah, I don't want to we go back to where we were, but in some ways, but it can never be the same because you're not the same, is what they're saying, and that there's something more in alignment with how you uniquely want to show your power, your love, your gifts to the world in your own special, unique way. And sometimes the nest does get a bit uncomfortable when it's time to fly, and that it's like, all right, when the nest catches on fire because a lightning bolt hit it, it's like, okay, maybe it is time for me to seek different places as well. And that's something to consider here. I just feel like that's kind of this undertow a little bit here. And then what's this last card here? Yeah, the Page of Wands. This is it's like your energy, your passions, your interests are going to a new level. And I feel like this is part of that kind of nudge to go um, into something more alignment with your heart, not so much your head, because our head is, of course, trying to live up to expectations, but it feels like more your heart is drawing you, your passions, your excitement is wanting you to go somewhere. That can be scary. Our mind wants security. Our inner child likes things to stay the same and likes that security, but I feel like there's something more coming in for you. But I feel like over time things will kind of balance out, but I don't feel like things are going to go back to what they were before. It'll feel safe and secure. Well, maybe it's just safe, maybe not secure, but um, in the future. But I feel like you're ready for something new anyway. Um, you have two fortune cookies. Yeah, you got I love this beautiful elephant. It says, "Be patient. One of our greatest virtues is patience. Learn to be patient with yourself and others." So understanding them. But this is like Lord Ganesh or Lord Ganesha, depending on which you look at. But remover of obstacles too. But the obstacles to overcome are in here, not so much out here. It's our belief about what's happening. There was someone who used to say, our problem is that there's no problem. Our problem is that we think there's a problem, right? Because the problem is a story, not really what's happening out there. And then we also get a Mystic Manifesting Oracle. So let's see what your other Oracle card is here. Yeah, I like that. Inner peace. Cultivate inner calm through meditation or mindful practices. Your affirmation is, I let go and have faith. And that faith isn't in humanity. The faith is in creator, in the universe, right? I trust that you have things under control and trust that things are happening for me, not to me. So hopefully that helps a little bit there, Robert. Thank you again for your donation. Hang in there. Yay! Throw your hands up on this roller coaster ride. Woohoo! All right. Many blessings to you. Appreciate you. All right. Let's see here. I think we had Maria P. Hey. Got your welcome, welcome. Got you on your free reading list here. All right. And then Nicole. Nicola. Nicola Jackson. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Many blessings to you too. I don't see a question from you yet, just in case, because sometimes YouTube likes to keep it a secret between the two of you and doesn't share it with me. So just in case it didn't post, I want to let you know. Let's take another sip here. All right. Let me just adjust here. Falling off my chair. All righty. So I think that was it for donations for right now. We'll continue on with our free readings here. So up next, we had Kat Mia. There we go. Here is your time stamp. And you saw they tie your leg, but how can I set free? So you saw that they tied your leg, but how can you set free? All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit has here for you. All right, guess those are it. As the cards come flying out, you get 3 cards. You have the 6 of Swords. So 6 of Swords, what a beautiful card that they have it here. It's letting go of old ways of thinking, seeing things from a higher perspective, from a place of unconditional love and joy and gratitude and laughter and play, joy, and leaving away the old ways of believing that are rooted in any kind of fears, any kind of lower vibration, right? The thoughts and beliefs of the outside world, the opinions of the human world, even opinions of, doctors are amazing. I mean, they can diagnose things, they help us understand the human body more. But the prognosis, which means the belief we have and the decision we make about things, we get to decide. But they give us a lot of human information. And this is about that's good information. It's just information, but let me seek higher. Let me get a second opinion or a third opinion, whatever, from the universe and just see what it is. Of course, disclaimer if this has anything with medical, disclaimer in the description box of the video. I'm not a licensed medical professional. Always seek professional advice. Tarot's for fun and entertainment purposes, right? All right. You have the Ace of Cups. Remember who you really are. Go inward and upward. Connect with that beautiful love energy within, because that's what we're seeking, and that's what will fill us up with some beautiful energy. And when we fill up and overflow, then it flows into our bodies, it flows into our world. Yeah, and even the Hermit, stepping away and consulting spirit, again, with the Hermit energy, Virgo energy, which rules over the human body. And realize here, that there is, um, we have an elemental spirit guide. Our earth elemental spirit guide is in charge of our physical bodies. And let's see, I think I have that somewhere over here. Yeah. So I have a series if you're interested. Here's the playlist here. I'll put it under your name uh, in the comments to the pinned comment right under your name, um, in case you're not live now, that you can see it. It'll say 2025 monthly quest playlist because it was quest, but look for the one that's the Earth Elemental Spirit Guide. Because you can find some information here on how to connect to that earth elemental, and they're the ones that we can kind of interact with Mother Earth too, in dealing with our physical bodies. And if it's not physical, then there's all the other elemental spirit guides that deal with our mind, our emotions, our energies, even our um, ethereal uh, spirit guide, which is our I call it guardian angel, our guardian angel, guardian angel. So hopefully that helps. That's what they have for you, my dear. Thank you again. Oops. No, no, no. Your fortune cookie. Got to move these over. I get all excited. I move on too quickly. Yeah, I like this. It's an evolving process. It says, know that you will find all the pieces you need as you go along. And your affirmation is, I embrace uncertainty. Wow. What a perfect card. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. All right. Let me get these other ones set up real quick here. Okay, good. Here we go. All right. We got Ken up next. Ken. Boom, boom, boom. Here is your timestamp. And you want to know what is KDB feelings towards NK? All right, based on current energies, let's take a look here. KDP's feelings towards NK. All right. So we got the Ace of Swords. So this first card is an energy of more about communication. They like the conversations, they like the communication and talking and mental connection that they have together. And then they've got the World card too. So there's this victory energy, there's this ending, significant ending and beginning energy with him here too. So it does feel like I enjoy the conversations. I enjoy what we've had, mentally and that. But I feel like with this world card that there is an energy of I'm ready to take things to maybe a new different level and go on to the next phase. But it's when we move from the world card, which is the last card in the major arcana, to the full card, the zero, which is to start all over again in the major arcana, it is an energy of full of possibilities, but not expectations, not intentions. Just let's see what unfolds. I am willing to see what's next, but let's see what unfolds. I'm not so it doesn't feel like there's like a purpose or an intention behind it as much as I enjoy what we've been talking about and blah 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 and let's see what happens next. Let's see what unfolds, what opens up. But the world is our oyster. It's a full of possibilities kind of energy. So I don't feel like that emotions or passion has been activated yet. I feel like it's more cerebral at this point or just talking, chatting kind of energy. Let's see what the fortune cookie says here too. Any more clarity? All right, here we go. Yeah, got sacred alchemy. Feels very numeric. Let your mind, body, and spirit harmonize with your intention. And the affirmation is I am aligned with spirit. So it does feel very mind and logic oriented, not so much heart oriented, if that resonates. So that's what we got for you, Ken. Many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Livier Bagara. You are up. So, Livier, here is your timestamp, my friend. Boom. There it goes. So, you want a message towards your future job proposals. All right. Cheers to you. Take a quick sip here. All right. So, what can we know based on current energies about current job proposals? Right. Three cards. The first card came up by itself. We got the King of Swords. This is a gift of the Ace of Swords, and it's about the master storyteller. There is communication that comes in here, and there can be education that comes in here too. I feel like we got something on that before, right? Learning something new, maybe even taking some classes, some certifications, or something along those lines. But I do feel like an undertow a little bit here is about, let me change the story around what I am thinking and putting toward my job hunt, my job career adventure, right? And really look at the stories of, oh, this is what happens. What are the roles do you have? What are the stories that are like, oh, jobs always do this or they tend to do this and question those stories, I feel like with this King of Swords, because it's when we have this automatic reaction that, oh, well, it's hard to, even a story of it's hard to get a job. It's like it is when we think that way, right? We can also think jobs are easy to get, and they are, you know, because whatever we think we're right. for our life. And what's amazing is the more we tell our mind a story, the more it will support us and show us facts to support our story. Whether it's jobs are hard or jobs are easy, they will give us the facts to support whatever story we're telling it the most. And so I feel like there is this be aware of the story, change the story if there's something to change in the story is an important thing. The other two cards that came out together, yeah, we've got this what a beautiful death card. It's the death and rebirth. And the Knight of Wands is the quest of your power, but also I feel like with this fire horse energy that we're going in here with on the 17th of February, that there is this movement that does bring this restart, this new like rising from the ashes like a phoenix. I feel like that's the culmination as we hit here in 10 days. The energy just really supports movement and action, but I feel like it starts in here and makes and works its way out here, right? But it includes changing that story. So I like it. It feels like there is this beginning coming in, this new beginning. And I feel like maybe even if it's like it's never too late to go, you know what? I know I took courses and degrees and whatever to do this, but is that what I want to do now? Or do I wanna do something else? And what would it be that I wanna do? If you're not sure, go look at college courses, go look at job boards, see if there's anything that, interests you there, right? See what your fortune cookie brings in here too. Alright, there we go. You got divine protection. Nothing to fear. I like this. It says, "Your angels and spirit guides are on call to assist you always." And your affirmation is, "The universe has my back." It's a good belief. It's a good story change instead of, "Why does it feel like the world is working against me?" Instead, it's like, "You guys always have my back, and things that are closed for me, not, uh, as a punishment or because I did something wrong. It's for me, and I can trust it." That, all right, if that's a difficulty hearing back from someone, that means that's not for me. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me from going into something that wouldn't be for my best adventure, right? So that's what they have for you, Olivier. Many blessings to you. All right. Sorry, let me just update here. You're very welcome, my dear. All righty. And then we got Gracie up next. Gracie, here is your timestamp. Boom, boom, boom. I thought that was a duck. Quack, quack. All right. So, career guidance for 2026 for Gracie. All right. Let's see what we got coming in here. Wow. There is some big changes coming here for you. Do you want to see the cards? Well, so the first card that came out is the 10 of Pentacles. So there is this and there is this endings and beginnings energy that's coming in here for your career here. Because the 10 of Pentacles is about it's an abundance card, but with the world card that you also got, which is both of these are victory cards, but it's also an ending and ready to go on to something new, start a new adventure. And I just put this card back in. You get the Knight of Wands came flying back out, which is the fire horse energy, like we were talking about. It's a big year of change and transformation, of heading into doing something that's more in alignment with our energy and where we're wanting to go and what we're wanting to do. And the Knight of Wands is also like a quest of stepping into your power. And of course, it's always a great reminder that whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. So if I focus in on what I'm grateful for in my current career, in my current job, in my past jobs, it's not like you have to love the entire job, but what did you love about the jobs, about the things you do or did in your career? And that draws in things that match that energy. If I focus in on what I'm fearing, what I feel I need, I want that, I must. that actually is energy of lack that pushes things further away. So when we switch our energy, it can activate things. But I definitely feel like this is a culmination of a lot of significant endings and beginnings regarding your career, whether it's going in a different direction within the umbrella of what you're in, or if it's, going a completely different way because you did a lot because it's what you thought you were supposed to do and it's secure and your mind thought this would be great, but your heart's like, "I'm sick of it. I wanna do something that makes me feel like I'm living instead of existing, something that, like, makes me wanna dance and makes me wanna sing, not, 'Oh god, I gotta go live my dream today.'" It's like, "I wanna go live my dream," kind of energy that's coming in here. So it feels like there's a big kind of nudge and a shakeup of, this is the year to do it. We're so supported with all this energy of the planets, and, this is the year of the fire horse coming into. Let's see what your fortune cookie comes in under the mystic manifesting. See what else around your, career here. Okay, it's this one here. Yeah, I like it. Sweet harmony, which says, let go and allow abundance to flow into your life effortlessly. Your affirmation is, I release expectations. And that's that thing. That's the mind thing. The expectation that, well, you're supposed to do this, you should do this, you must do this, all this needs to happen. We always feel like we're in the negative, just trying to do all this energy to get up to zero. Instead of, our heart has no expectations. It's our mind is full of expectations, the stories, the rules about life and what you're supposed to do, supposed to do in order to be fulfilled. Our heart's like, screw all that. This is what will make us happy. Just boom, it doesn't have expectations. So no expectations. Everything that happens is abundance. So it's a big change of mindset. So hopefully that helps, Gracie. That's what they have for you right now. Many blessings to you. All right. Ateshi Singh, you are up. So Ateshi, here is your timestamp. And you want to know Hugh's energy towards uh, Sarah. I'm going to call her Sarah versus Lily versus you. All right. Let's take a sip here. Cheers. Cheers. Ooh, that's getting hot. Let me move my tea over there because that coffee's almost gone. All right. So we'll do 3 cards. The energy of Hugh towards Sarah, towards Lily, and then towards you. Let's see what the difference is here. So towards Sarah, yeah, we've got the Leo energy, the fire energy, more passion energy that's coming in here. Strength and courage. Very Leo. They like to be seen. It they're attracted to the beauty kind of energy there too, because Leo energy, the lion's mane, they like to be seen, they like to be, and I feel like their relationship, it feels more physical, attraction, energetic attraction, so it feels more that. Um, with Lily, we've got the 10 of Wands, yeah, again, passionate fire energy, a lot of it, but also feels like a burden. I feel like we got these cards. I feel like we did this reading before, unless I dreamt about it. But I feel like we got energies like this before for them. Just feels like it's a repeat almost. But it does feel like with Lily, it's um like it feels big or it feels like a burden. It's like it's this and then it's this. So I just feel like there's, um, mixed passionate attraction energies. It's like, wow, but also it's almost like, well, they're high maintenance, but oh my God, they're gorgeous. I'm attracted to them, but God, they sure ask a lot. But oh, aren't they beautiful? And but oh, and I just feel like that goes back and forth with that. And then for you, we've got the hermit. So this energy feels more, I feel like the last one is a little different than this one. But this one, it feels like whatever energy they're in now feels like more I wanna be to myself, I wanna be away by myself kind of energy, 'cause we're looking at their energy towards those. And but, and I think we might have talked about this before, it's because on one piece of it is they feel like there's a lot of expectations that you have on them that they couldn't live up to. And and I think we talked about they had them way before they even met you, that they have this list of that. And I feel like that's where with Lily, right, number 2, that they feel that's what they call high maintenance, that they have a lot of expectations of, "What, you want me to text you, like, every day? What? Communication every day? Not every 3, 4 days? You, like, want it every day or 2? What?" And I feel like they feel the same thing with you as well, but it's because they've got these thoughts of, "This is what everybody expects, and I can't live up to that." Now with, Sarah, I feel like they don't sense any of that with them yet, because I feel like they're kinda mesmerized by their beauty or attraction. I feel like with Sarah Sarah, with Lily, that there's that attraction, but they're also like, no." It's kind of very present, and it could be that Lily is sharing a lot of the expectations there. But for some reason, they just feel like, "I can't live up to competing with you." And you might be an overgiver where you can give a lot, and they're realizing, "I can't keep up," and I feel like they feel like the bar's high with you, and they're like, "I don't know, if I do all that, what if you end up rejecting me?" These others feel like more, um I'm trying to find a nice way to say this, um, that um they have a low bar. They have a low bar, uh, in their mind anyway, with that, and so hopefully that brings some clarity there. I mean, you know, anyway, let's see what the fortune cookie says here for you. It says, "You deserve better. Move along." No, let's see what it says. It's called Steady Effort. And it says, "As you move forward, you find resources and rewards await you." And your affirmation is, "I take one step at a time." So just take one step, one at a time, each day. And I feel like you'll find yourself having eventually be a mile away from them. I know, but I love them. You're like, yeah, but you deserve better. You deserve more, right? Yes, you do. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings. And then Maria P, for your free reading here. Boom, boom, boom. Here's your time stamp. And Wally's thoughts and feelings towards you today. All right. So one for thoughts. I don't want those. This one for feelings. All right. So for thoughts, got the Four of Cups. And, it's interesting that, yeah. I was gonna say, what are you gonna get for feelings? Thoughts? But it's interesting. Let's just bring a book at the same time. Because for thoughts, you got the Four of Cups. And for feelings, you get a Swords thoughts cards. But the Queen of Swords is a balance between head and heart. And feelings with the Queen of Swords is also it's one of the cards of, compatibility, that, we fit like a glove, and we're so compatible, and you're more compatible with me than everyone I have ever been with before, energy. The thoughts with the Four of Cups, I do like, because sometimes that card can mean boredom, it can mean stagnancy, but with the first energy that came through when I saw the card for between the two of you is emotional stability. And I feel like They feel like things are kind of back to feeling not all over the place. I feel like for a while you guys have been hitting a lot of turbulence, but it feels like the plane of your relationship is kind of flying smoothly now. Um, at least in this moment. And this balanced energy of the Queen of Swords too just kind of leans into that there is this sense that's there. So it feels good, it feels steady, it feels calm, which is good because you guys have been through some storms. So it does feel like there's some good calmness right now. And let's see what your fortune cookie says here. All right. Okay. I guess this is the one. Yeah. So it's called Pathway Beyond. Let's see what that says here. So it says, release what no longer serves you and step into the unknown. And the your affirmation is, I am open to new things. So, the what no longer serves us are our expectations, right? It can be our thoughts and beliefs that don't serve us anymore, our emotions that don't serve us anymore, energy that doesn't serve us, physical things that don't serve us anymore. And because those are the things that hold back our relationships, hold back our life. Those are the things that restrict us. And it's about, let me let go. What are the things that are holding me back? These things that bubble up, these triggers that come up, these are the things I can release so that I can move forward into an unknown instead of a, known kind of energy. I want to be safe. So I want all these expectations, uh, met and come up, so that is what they have for you, Maria. So many blessings to you. And I think that is everyone here. Let me just do one last flyby here. Let me check one other thing here. uh, come on. Oh, there. I'm on the right screen. Update. Nope, nothing there. All right. So I think we have reached the end here. Let me if you haven't got into the giveaway, I have a giveaway every not it's not a giveaway, it's a drawing for a giveaway or one person wins either a 30-minute personal recorded reading or one of my energetic hedges. I have it every new moon and full moon. So the next one coming up is the new moon on February 17th. So if you want to check that out, there you go. Also, if you haven't checked out my Leo full moon, making the most of the full moon energy, it was just last Sunday. So really through probably tomorrow, Sunday through tomorrow, we can still take advantage of this Leo full moon energy. It's dissipating and we're getting into the kind of the uh, quarter moon or whatever it is. It's in between the full moon and the new moon. So it's kind of changing energies. So you can still take advantage of it. And I will be putting out a new moon, making the most of the new moon energy coming up to a few days before the new moon. So you can take advantage of making your new moon wishes and um, intentions. So be sure to check that out. Also, if you haven't checked out my podcast, The Easier Path, that is free. We put out one a couple days ago, Living Consciously. If you want to catch up on the playlist, there's a lot of helpful things. Excuse me. Wow. There are helpful things there, and catch them while I'm still alive. But to make our path an easier path instead of a harder one. Oh, goodness. And then, I also introduced a new, energetic hedge called the Hedge of Health. Maybe I need to do it. Um, it's on special. It's $35 for a 2-week process instead of 50. You wanna find out what's all included in that? You can check out that video there. It'll give you all the deets on that as well. And if you win, on the new moon or full moon, um drawings, you can choose that hedge as well. So there you go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, everybody. Well, that is all I have here. And so I don't see any emails here. I know Maria, normally you do an evening one. So don't see one. If you did send one, please let me know right now. But I don't see one in here. I don't want to leave if you did one, but and it just hasn't come through somehow, some way. Um, and no expectations that you need to have done one. Maybe you're like, "Nah, I don't need one tonight," and that's totally cool. I just want to make sure for that. But yeah, I'm excited. We got Scorpio, moon energy today and tomorrow. So if you're and any of us are feeling more emotionally intense and feel like being alone and internal and diving deep into our emotions, wanting to find out secrets or feeling suspicious. It's all normal feeling that way, but we can also use that energy to get more intimate with other people and in our relationships and friendships and all that, and to dive into spiritual energies as well and in spiritual information and knowledge too. So you can use that energy for whatever you want to focus on with that. So some beautiful energies. And I'll be back tomorrow. I can't believe tomorrow is Sunday again already. Zoom, zoom, zoom. It definitely flies by, don't it? All right, everybody. Well, that's what we have for now. So until I see you again, remember every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love. Have some fun. Enjoy your dreaming as well. It should be some interesting dreams with Scorpio moon energy. So I love you guys. We'll see you soon.